K-drama cycle presents another story that has sent shockwaves across the entertainment world. Truth revealed, Xiao Zhan's emotional words on Wang Yibo's marriage statement. The bond between Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo has always been a subject of fascination. Ever since their legendary partnership in the drama that changed the course of their careers, fans have kept a close eye on their dynamic, both on screen and off. They were brothers in arms, partners in artistry, and for many, symbols of a rare and genuine connection in an industry often accused of being shallow and competitive. But now, with Wang Yibo's marriage statement taking the internet by storm, the silence that followed from Xiao Zhan only amplified the anticipation. Fans waited, some with fear, some with hope, wondering what would Xiao Zhan say. When Xiao Zhan finally spoke, his words were simple yet heavy with emotion. He didn't deliver a cold statement, nor did he ignore the issue. Instead, he chose a tone of honesty and vulnerability. He acknowledged the weight of the moment, the shockwave that Wang Yibo's announcement created, and he confessed that even he needed time to process it. His words were not just about reacting to the marriage itself. They were about the journey, the years of working side by side, and the bond that remains in the memories of fans. Xiao Zhan revealed that when he first heard of Wang Yibo's decision, he was surprised. Not because he doubted Wang Yibo's choice, but because it reminded him how quickly life moves, how careers and personal paths intertwine and then diverge. He spoke of admiration, of respect, and of the bittersweet reality that comes with watching someone you've grown with take a new step forward. It wasn't the cold, detached response that some feared. It wasn't the overly sentimental outpouring that others expected. It was something far more real. And that's why fans across the world are in tears. But behind those emotional words, the industry is buzzing with speculation. Was this statement carefully crafted by Xiao Zhan's team to protect his image, or was it a genuine reflection of his heart? Some insiders suggest that Xiao Zhan struggled for days with how to respond. After all, the public constantly ties his name to Wang Yibo's, and any reaction would be dissected endlessly. In such a sensitive situation, even silence carries weight. But Xiao Zhan's choice to speak with sincerity, rather than scripted detachment, has only endeared him more to fans. Online, the reactions have been overwhelming. One fan wrote, "Xiao Zhan didn't just respond, he showed us his heart. That's why we love him." Another said, "It feels like a chapter is closing." But at the same time, his words remind us that the bond they shared was real, not just fan service. On international forums, fans expressed gratitude that Xiao Zhan did not shy away from acknowledging Wang Yibo, despite the risk of headlines twisting his every word. And what about Wang Yibo's side? Sources claim that he has seen Xiao Zhan's words and that he quietly expressed gratitude through mutual friends. Some insiders even hinted that Yibo was deeply touched, because the sincerity reminded him of the years when they leaned on each other during their rise to stardom. It's not a public reconciliation, nor a dramatic reunion, but it is a subtle acknowledgement that their bond, however it evolves, remains a part of their shared history. The question now is, what's next? Will this be the final chapter in the story of Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo's intertwined legacies, or is it the beginning of a more mature, quieter friendship away from the spotlight? Fans are divided. Some hold on to hope that the two will reunite in a future project, perhaps years from now, when the dust of personal lives and public scrutiny has settled. Others believe this marks the natural conclusion of their partnership, a point where their paths diverge for good. Industry whispers suggest that producers and networks are already capitalizing on the renewed attention. Rumors swirl that there are offers on the table for a reunion project, something that would undoubtedly break records. But whether Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo would ever consider such a collaboration in light of the current circumstances remains uncertain. After all, personal lives are no longer just background details. They are front and center, shaping narratives and fan expectations. For Xiao Zhan, this moment is both a test and an opportunity. His fans see him as someone who wears his heart on his sleeve, someone who doesn't shy away from emotion even when the world is watching. His words remind them why they fell in love with him in the first place. For Wang Yibo, the statement affirms that despite the noise, the support of someone who knows him deeply still matters. As the days pass, conversations online continue to grow. Hashtags about Xiao Zhan's response trend daily, with clips of his statement being replayed, translated, and shared across platforms. The emotional tone has sparked debates not just among fans, but also within the media. Was this the most heartfelt celebrity response in recent memory? Or is it simply the right words at the right time, delivered by someone who has mastered the art of sincerity? Whatever the interpretation, one thing is undeniable: the story of Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo remains one of the most compelling narratives in modern entertainment. From the heights of their joint success, through years of speculation, to this latest moment of emotional honesty, they continue to capture hearts worldwide. Perhaps what fans are witnessing is not just the story of two stars, but the story of two human beings navigating fame, friendship, and change under the brightest of spotlights. Xiao Zhan's words are not just about Wang Yibo's marriage. They are about growth, about letting go, and about honoring the bond that shaped both of their careers. And as fans wipe away their tears, one question lingers in the air. Will this emotional moment mark the end of an era, or will it serve as the foundation for a new kind of connection, one defined not by fan expectations, but by genuine respect? Only time will tell. Fans were already reeling from Wang Yibo's shocking marriage statement, but what happened next shook them even more. For the longest time, Xiao Zhan had kept silent, staying away from the media frenzy. Yet when he finally spoke, his emotional words left everyone stunned. Xiao Zhan didn't hold a press conference, nor did he release a long, polished statement. Instead, his response came during a small, heartfelt fan interaction where he chose to address the whispers directly. His voice carried a weight that was impossible to ignore. He admitted that the news of Wang Yibo's marriage had taken him by surprise too, and that like everyone else, he needed time to process it. But what touched fans the most was his honesty. Xiao Zhan shared that despite the sudden announcement, his respect for Wang Yibo remained unchanged. Fans who had long followed the two stars since their The Untamed days knew how close they once were, and this moment felt like revisiting that bond. The internet instantly exploded, with fans translating and spreading Xiao Zhan's words across platforms. Some praised him for his grace and maturity, while others couldn't help but sense a lingering sadness behind his carefully chosen words. Industry insiders also weighed in. Was Xiao Zhan's emotional tone just the natural reaction of a close colleague? Or was there something deeper that he was holding back? Whispers grew louder that Xiao Zhan's feelings might have run deeper than friendship, a speculation that fans have long debated but never confirmed. Meanwhile, Wang Yibo's camp has remained quiet after Xiao Zhan's comments, adding fuel to the mystery. Could it be that the two are set to reconnect behind the scenes? Or has this marriage announcement truly marked the end of an era for one of China's most iconic duos? What's clear is that Xiao Zhan's words touched millions. Fans commented that his honesty, vulnerability, and loyalty showed the kind of man he is, someone who values connection beyond fame. And though the future of his dynamic with Wang Yibo remains uncertain, one thing is sure: their story is far from over.